everyone, I'm here to do the my first time tag. So I guess we'll just start with the questions. So what was your first job? My first job was actually handing out newspapers in a little town that I lived in with my brother. But if you want to talk about first jobs at an actual store, my first job was at Pizza Pizza. My first car is a lovely green Honda Civic, and I love it. The first person that I texted today was, I believe it was my boyfriend. My first grade teacher was Madame Pascal, and she was the best teacher ever. She was my favorite teacher in the entire world. My first airplane ride, and where'd you go? My first airplane ride was actually in June, and I flew from Edmonton to Ontario, and I wasn't scared at all, and I actually loved it so much that I went back again a month later. My first sleepover, oh my goodness. My first sleepover that I could remember was at one of my best friend's house. Alyssa. We had been friends since, I don't know, as long as I can remember, and she's still a really good friend of mine. The first person you talked to today. The first person I talked to today was Ethan's mom. First wedding to be in was my aunt's wedding. I think I was like 10. It was 2009. So, no, I would have been like 12. And we had to wear these red and white dresses, and I still have the dress to this day. I'll see if I can find a picture and post it for you guys. My hair was so curly, oh my god, it was awful. First thing I did this morning, my alarm went off and I really didn't want to get out of bed, so I started playing Hay Day. My first concert was about 2 years ago. It was the Katy Perry California Girls concert, and I went with my aunt and my grandma and my cousin. My first best friend, and you still talk. My first best friend, I think was Alyssa, and we still talk to this day. She is like the greatest person. First broken bone. I actually have never broken a bone before, so so lucky so far, but I feel like when I do, it's gonna be a bad one. My first piercing was my ears. I don't really wear them very often, so I'm very lucky that they haven't filled in, but that was my first piercing, and I got them when I was like 6. First movie you remember seeing. I don't actually remember seeing a first movie, but I'm gonna assume it was one of the Disney movies. Probably like Little Mermaid or Beauty and the Beast or something like that, because I'm obsessed with the Disney princesses. My first detention, oh goodness, okay, this is kind of an embarrassing story, but in elementary school, there was this guy in a grade older than me that I kind of had a little crush on, and it was my first and only detention, but it was winter time, and one of my friends at the time decided to have a snowball fight with these guys in the grade that was older than us, because she had a crush on one and hit the guy that I had a crush on, his friend. So we started to have a snowball fight, and everyone that was involved in the snowball fight ended up getting a detention, and we ended up having to write why we got a detention and do we feel sorry for what we did. I'm just like, I was just doing this to try and impress a guy. My first roommate was Grace, the lovely little lady that let me live in her house for like 3 years. First lessons you ever took was, I can't remember if I took dance lessons or swimming lessons first. I think it was dance, because I've been in dance for a really long time. But yeah, dance or swimming lessons. And my first YouTube video I ever watched, oh my goodness, I think it may have been a Jenna Marbles video, or maybe one of the song lyric videos, like when you go on YouTube and search up a song and it brings you the song with the lyrics on the screen. It's probably one of those. Those are all the questions I have right now, but if you guys have any more questions, don't hesitate to post them in the down bar, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Thanks for watching!